This looks just like that machine from the ruins beneath Wallbridge.
This device preserves visual recordings of research targets.
Lambda. Oh, hey, there's that word again.
What does it mean, anyway?
Lambda. In our world, Lambda has come to mean nightmare.
Why is that?
Lambda is a life form we discovered by accident while researching the Lostelia. When the Institute's director, Professor Cornell, began to study it, it quickly became a nightmare for us all. The worst aspect of Lambda, and there are many, is an ability to hatch monsters from its body. These monsters threw Fodra into chaos, and eventually led to its destruction.
That cocoon! It looks just like the one that appeared at World's Eye.
After wreaking havoc here, Lambda fled to your world of Aphinia. We knew Lambda had to be stopped, so we created a humanoid capable of fighting it and initiated pursuit. That humanoid is Protos Hace, the one you call Sophie. Unfortunately, Protos Hace was unable to destroy Lambda. After much discussion, we surviving Fodrans chose to seal off Aphinia in the hopes of containing Lambda there. But now, after so many years, the Aphenians have come to us.
So you built Sophie and then sent her to our world so she could defeat Lambda. Does that mean Lambda is the one who created the cocoon?
But wait, that doesn't make sense. I mean, Richard made the cocoon, right? Maybe Lambda knows how to disguise itself or something. Maybe it just looks like Richard.
I refuse to believe that Richard and Lambda are the same. I know Richard. He's not a monster. He can't be.
Sophie's getting worse.
We must hurry.
I agree. Come on.
What's happening?
Protos Hace's particles are breaking down.
Excuse me?
Protos Hace is composed of individual particles that act in concert with each other. These particles, tinier than a grain of sand, come together to form a human shape. And while they act as one, the particles also possess the ability to separate from each other, which is what you see happening right now.
Asbel, Sharia, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
It's the result of a process called distributive preservation. Your friends must be completely synchronized with Protos Hace's particles.
I don't understand.
When Protos Hace suffers heavy damage, it usually splits into individual particles, shuts down all functionality, and begins the process of reconstruction. This is known as particle preservation. Distributive preservation, on the other hand, allows Protos Hace to implant its particles into one or more separate vessels. Have you ever seen Protos Hace split into particles like this? Anyone?
That must be what happened 7 years ago.
But the unit shouldn't actually engage that procedure. The reason being, distributed preservation makes it much more difficult for the particles to reform. Failure could render reformation impossible, so why would Protos Hace have risked entering that state?
Would her particles have any kind of effect on the vessels that they went into?
Yes. In fact, while the particles prepare for reconstruction, they would repair any damaged areas of the vessel as well.
So Sophie split herself into 3 parts and then used those parts to save Asbel, Sharia, and Little Bro.
But then that means Sophie didn't die after all. She was just recuperating within us.
It's amazing. She's been with us this whole time.
I see. Then this would explain why we possess some of the same powers she has. Incredible.
So, what would happen if she underwent distributive preservation again in her current condition?
Distributive preservation does not allow for reconstruction of the self. She would lose all elements of her current identity.
Sophie, you risked your life for us.
Impossible. Protos Haste was never designed for this kind of self-sacrifice. I fear further particle breakdown could be disastrous. We must hurry.
This'll be a breeze.
Scale back! What? How unpleasant! How unpleasant! Now, it's over! Now, Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade! First! Break! Slice! Detonate! Tiger Blade! First! Plenty of room for improvement, but we can let it slide. This won't take long. Scale back! Okay, roll down! How unpleasant! Strike! Tiger Blade! Detonate! How Moon down! Predictable! Tiger Blade! Prepare yourself! Dance like the damned! Instant balls! I must admit that your skills are quite impressive. won't take long.
Burst! Freeze!
How unpleasant. Not...
You won't live to regret this.
Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade!
This is what happens when you misjudge your foe.
Woohoo! What is it, Pascal? You sound like an owl.
It's these machines. They're a bit different from the ones I'm familiar with. But once I fiddle around with them, they seem simple enough.
Fascinating. Adaptation is the hallmark of an exceptional engineer.
Emerald, if you don't mind me asking, who are the Amarcians?
If you are so curious to ask, they were a group of engineers who maintain the technologies of Fodra. I myself used to be counted among their number.
Wait, you're an Amarcian as well? If that's the case, is it possible that you and Pascal are distant relatives?
Relatives? No. I fear you have misunderstood me. Amarcia was just the name for a coalition of research engineers. Though bonds were strong, none shared any blood ties.
What? We're not all in the same family? That means I have to return the money I borrowed from Poisson.
Don't borrow money from children.
Is this the machine that can fix Sophie?
Please set Protos Haste down here, if you will. I will begin the procedure. Damage isolated. Initiating particle restoration.
Here we go.
Zero. 10. 40. 70. 90.
Sophie, hang on.
Sophie, can you hear us?
Hang in there. You're not alone. We're right here. What's wrong?
It'll be okay, Sophie. I promise.
The particles that comprise its mind are beginning to flow backward into the repair system.
Sophie!
What the?
Is that Sophie and Pascal?
What's happening here?
Don't look at me! How should I know?
Some of the particles that flowed into the system have assembled themselves into visual form.
Pascal, wait!
If this is a visual form of Sophie's mind, does it mean that we're actually seeing her feelings?
There's more.
You guys, they're harmless! Come and take a look!
So that's what she thinks of us.
Sophie.
It's happening again!
Now what?
Richard?
Why is Richard the only one she's attacking?
Well, I can't say I blame her. He is the one who stabbed her, after all.
Maybe, but still. Lambda.
This can't be. It's Lambda.
I must destroy him.
Everyone, get out! Right now!
Sophie, watch out! I expect the best from everyone.
How about this?
There! Ha! What burn? Now! Detonate! Now! Not yet! Whirlwind flash! Now! Not yet! Strike! Not yet! Now! First! Antidote! Strike! Not yet! Now! Roar!
Sacred seal.
Now! Your fate is sealed. Cross mirage! Strike! Be gone! Charge! Ready alarm! Strike! Be gone! Charge! Antidote! Strike! Roar! Now! Be gone! Edge of the void! Strike! Be gone!
Listen, Droplet. Drive away evil in this name.
Be gone! Strike! Strike! Be gone! What? Strike! Roar! Come forth! Burst!
Drive away evil in this name.
Come forth! Cobra! Demon Fang! Ready arc! Okay! Fall! Fall! I'll keep on getting stronger!
So, that was Lambda?
Asbel? Sophie!
You're awake.
We did it!
You're all here.
Sophie, can you see us?
How do you feel? Is everything okay? Yes, I think so. Oh, Sophie, I'm so glad you're all right. You all saved me. Thank you.
It seems you have failed to eliminate Lambda, Protos Haze.
The mission I have to complete? What was it? Why does it hurt to remember?
Sophie?
How odd. I was sure the particle reconstruction was a complete success. Life maintenance functions appear to be fully restored, but I do see some problems with the information integration. Would you mind returning to the machine we used earlier? I'd like to make some final adjustments.
That's fine. Can you make it, Sophie?
Yes.
Very well. Let's go back.
Must you inconvenience us so?
Not yet!
Come forth! Rolling flash! My regards! You waste my time!
Talon's triplets of terror!
You can be such a...
This way, Protos Haze. Now, please look at this.
I remember. I remember my mission. Lambda. I must destroy Lambda.
No! What's going on?
It seems the procedure was a success.
What are you talking about?
Protos Haze is a weapon created to destroy Lambda. This information, however, had become confused, so I simply reaffirmed what she needed to know.
Next time, I will destroy him. I will finish this.
Lambda! Playing with your blocks again, are you? If so, then you should smile like this. A body may influence a soul just as a soul can shape a body. Just look at the child. Every day he becomes more and more human. Do you have any idea at all why I put so much effort into raising him as a human being? It's because
Okay, what was that? I think he said the word Lambda.
It's what he called that little kid, Emerald. Is Lambda human?
No, of course not. He is a monster that infects and feeds off other life forms.
Just like a parasite.
So perhaps Richard has been infected.
Does that mean we have to fight Richard in order to defeat Lambda?
No, that can't be. Sophie, are you okay?
Perhaps that's as far as it can go.
Is she still sick?
Some minor data confusion remains, but it is nothing to worry about.
I must destroy Lambda, but Lambda is... Asbel, tell me, what is Lambda?
Well, how do I explain this?
Protos Haze, you exist to destroy Lambda. This is your sole reason for existence. The form Lambda takes makes no difference. This time, you must destroy it no matter what the cost.
Wait, hold on. Sophie doesn't want to fight Lambda because of Richard. I share the same sentiment. We all do. Emerald, there must be something you can do. Wait, we aren't sure that Richard has been taken over completely, which means we can't give up.
Yeah, and it might be possible to communicate with Lambda too. It's way too soon to give up.
Are you planning to parley with Lambda?
Not just Lambda. Richard, too.
Asbel,
This is a problem that affects all of us, Sophie. We got into this together, and we'll solve it together.
together as one.
Wait, what's happening?
Our power is resonating.
What does that mean?
Your powers come from me. I am their source.
That's how you saved us before, right? By sharing your power.
No. It's you who saved me. You gave me the power to change who I was.
So you saved our lives, and then we managed to save you.
This light connects us together.
Wow, okay. Now I'm super jealous.
Indeed.
Pascal. Captain.
Don't worry about it. Let's just get back home, smash that cocoon, and find Richard.
I'm afraid that even the power of Protos haste will not be enough to breach the cocoon.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be a way.
Well, I suppose you could reinforce your shuttle and then attempt to break through.
Then let's do that.
We need a specific attachment to break through the cocoon, but it's available only at a military facility known as Bathis Citadel. Assuming you can find it, we can make the necessary repairs.
Is the Citadel far from here?
All right then, we have our plan.
We can stop at the Citadel on our way back to Tellus Astu.
Perfect. Let's go.